Hi there, students. Prostrate, an adjective. To prostrate, a verb. Notice the adjective prostrate, but the verb to prostrate. So there's a change in stress patterns. Okay, if somebody is prostrate, they're lying face down with their arms stretched out, flat on the ground, lying flat on the ground, particularly if you're very tired or you're very ill or something like that. Okay, so lying stretched out on the ground with face down. Then you can be prostrate more figuratively, meaning completely overcome, completely helpless, with distress or with exhaustion. So a hard day's work in the extreme heat and humidity had left me prostrate. I prostrated myself on the sofa and lay there prostrate for several hours. Okay, so just lying there, exhausted. I guess the Russian invasion has left the Ukrainian economy prostrate. So to prostrate yourself, to throw yourself flat on the ground, particularly when you are submitting or you're showing reverence. So I think in some ceremonies where a priest is ordained, becomes a priest, he has to prostrate himself on the ground in front of, I don't know, either the bishop or the altar or something like that. Okay, so to prostrate, to reduce someone to a very weak situation. He cried prostrately when he heard the bad news. He was prostrated by the bad news. He was completely prostrated by a migraine and had to lie prostrate on the bed for several hours. Okay, so prostrate. Notice as well, you can actually use this in botany to talk about a plant that grows along the ground. Ground cover is a prostrate plant. It's a plant that it doesn't tend to grow upwards, it just tends to grow outwards. Okay, so prostrate, flat on the ground, to prostrate yourself, to lie face down, to throw yourself down in submission, or in respect. When the king arrived, everybody prostrated themselves on the ground. And then to prostrate, to overpower somebody, something that's just so strong, particularly by from a disease or from the weather conditions outside. He had been prostrated by a severe illness for many years. Okay, he didn't just sit and medicated. He prostrated himself on the ground. The wind prostrated the young plants. It blew them flat. It seems that COVID has prostrated much of our economy, and now we're starting to get back on our feet. Okay, so to incapacitate, to reduce to extreme weakness. The country was left prostrate by the storm, for example, or by the revolution. Okay, so prostrate, lying flat, lying prone, fallen down, horizontal, and then, okay, so he lay prostrate, prone. He was prostrated by the death of his wife, overcome. He was prostrated by the difficulty of doing this and was left exhausted, overcome, drained, worn out, spent. Yeah. And yes, the downturn in the economy left his company bankrupt and completely prostrated him, overwhelmed him, left him paralyzed and helpless. Okay. To prostrate. Formality. Well, it's a regular verb to start with. Formality, I would gonna give it, I think, a 7 in formality. I wouldn't use it in an informal conversation. To lie flat, to lie face down, or to be overcome. I think you could use it in a semi-formal conversation. A semi-formal writing would sound quite good. And then as to origin, okay, this is another one of these words that comes from Latin. Prostratus, yeah, thrown down. Pro, before, and stenere, the stratus bit, lie flat or lay flat. Okay, so prostrate. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. To prostrate. Prostrate.